Hi, my name is Kira Lescu, and I am the CEO of the Eagle Institute. And I'm going to share with you a quick tip today on how to change your mental, physical, and emotional state for the better quickly. One of the best ways to do this is pranayama. And pranayama is one of the 8 limbs or 8 branches of yoga. Most people think yoga is just poses. That's only one part of it. One of the most powerful things in these yogic sciences is pranayama. And prana means breath, but it also means life force. And yama means to control or direct. So pranayama means to control or to direct your life force. And this is mental, physical, emotional, and even, things that we attract to us in our lives and the way we respond to situations in habits. We can actually change those through pranayama. And breathing affects every system in our body physically. It affects digestion. It affects our brain. It affects the parts of our brain that are working. It affects our responses to stress and your liver functioning and the amount of oxygen you get. And that's just a small subsection, as well as our mental and emotional well-being. So learning how to direct prana and life force in your breath, in my opinion, is one of the fastest ways to improve all of those things. It's also one of the fastest ways to get out of whack. So if you're doing that because you're just responding to what's going on around you, then learning to stop and direct that can make a substantial difference in the quality of not only the results you get in life, but your experience of how you move through life. So I'm going to give you a little mini series of quick tips. Now, this is the first one, and it's the most basic one. So this is the one you should do first. And we're going to look at different parts of the lungs. Now, people assume if I'm breathing, it just kind of goes into my lungs and it's just kind of this mystery place and it's all equal. And that's not true. When we breathe in certain parts of our lungs habitually, and for the most part, it can create anxiety and stress and even panic attacks. So people that breathe in their upper chest, you may have seen people like maybe hyperventilating a bit, but it may even be holding your breath and just breathing really shallowly in the upper chest. That causes stress and anxiety. Or if you have stress and anxiety, you will breathe there, and the way to stop it is to move your breath into other parts of the lungs. Now, the parts of the lungs that are very useful for deep relaxation, for higher energy, for more clarity, and for thinking straight and feeling emotionally balanced are to breathe into the sides and the back bottoms of the lungs. Now, I know a lot of people say, do the deep diaphragmatic breathing where they focus more on the front. That's great as if you're not breathing at all. But if you continue to do that, it actually will cause anxiety. It's overstimulating if you don't have these other parts working as well. So I'm going to show you what those parts are, because those are the parts that not a lot of people teach. So you can find your lower lungs or ribs mine are about right here, and put your hands on them. So if it's hard for you to put your shoulders like that, you can just do one at a time, but find a way to, or even use the back of your hand if that's a little easier, and then go around and feel the back part of your lungs. So the back is actually lower. You can find your ribs back there and put the back of your hand on it. And again, if it's hard to put your arms back there, you can do one arm at a time. But you want to put it in the middle so you're not working the left side or the right side. If that's still too hard, get somebody else to help you and that you trust, and put their hands on your lower ribs at the back with even pressure between right hand and left hand so you can find that spot. So when you breathe into those parts of the lungs, it releases and processes a lot of the waste we have in our bodies, which is the hormones that cause the stress and anxiety. And it brings in fresh oxygen and gets that oxygen out to all the different organs in the body. It calms down the nervous system, and it also massages all of our internal organs. If we're just breathing in the upper chest, then from really the upper chest down, things become stuck and stagnant, and nothing in nature likes to be stagnant. But when the lower parts of the lungs are moving, they actually physically pump not only breath, but the blood through our body, and they pump the lower organs, they massage the kidneys and the liver, as well as the digestive system. So it moves all the waste out of the body faster. So stay tuned. I'm going to be giving you more tips on little things that you can do. You only have to do a few minutes of this. If you just put your hands on your side body and your back body 3 minutes a day, or even do it whenever you have a moment throughout the day where maybe you're just sitting on hold. Oh yeah, am I breathing in my side lungs, back lungs? If you do it maybe when you're waiting for an elevator or standing in line, you know, mind being, you know, the self-consciousness of it, it will shift your life. I've seen this over and over and over again. People get happier, they feel better, their health improves. So stay tuned for more tips.